Greetings from the Green Metaverse and happy Earth Day to everyone around the globe and the Algorand community joining us. I'm so excited in participating in my first Metaverse event today and to share our vision to digitize water on the Algorand blockchain. I also would like to extend my gratitude to the Algorand Foundation for the invitation. We drew our inspiration to represent water, the most scarce and precious resource on planet Earth, from one of the oldest ancient language known as Sanskrit. APAS in Sanskrit means water. So speaking of water, the United Nations estimates that by the year 2030, a lack of access to water could displace up to 700 million people. It'll be a global refugee crisis like any other the world has ever seen. In 2015, the World Economic Forum named the water crisis, water shortages, and lack of access to clean water as the biggest threat of the next decade. Now, on a more granular level, according to the World Health Organization, 1 in 4 people, which is about 2 billion people, lack safe drinking water, and almost half of the global population, which is about 3.6 billion people, lack safe sanitation. So every day, over 700 children under the age of 5 die from diarrhea linked to unsafe water, sanitation, and poor hygiene. These are really staggering numbers. So it all starts with protecting the water quality of water-related ecosystems. Water quality data is not collected routinely or even analyzed in a majority of countries. Unfortunately, this means that over 3 billion people are at risk because the health of their freshwater ecosystems, unfortunately, is an unknown. Now, while we are talking about AI and big data, IoT, virtual and augmented reality, blockchain, Web 3.0, and the list goes on, and this metaverse, where we are all co-participating today, we really cannot be in a diametrically opposite situation to deal with this terrible water crisis. Friends, the sad trend must change, and therefore we need to have a bold vision and a paradigm shift to address this crisis. So with that background, I am very pleased to share today that we intend to bring that new dimension to the relationship we have with water, a relation where we all get to participate and play as citizens. We will be making strides by digitizing the water quality of the watershed on the Algorand blockchain, as well as addressing water-related financing and equity, education, governance, and most importantly, global citizen engagement to foster community science. Our vision is one of water equity and inclusivity. We are also excited to come on board with Algorand alongside my dear friend Francisco Benedito, who leads up the work at Climate Trade. I bring up climate trade because climate change is going to be felt through the lens of water. We are being confronted by several shocks and stresses like sea level rise and droughts and hurricanes, waterborne diseases, and the threat of emerging contaminants like microplastics and PFAS in water. Like the climate crisis, the water crisis is not something that awaits us in the future. It's a crisis that billions of people are experiencing today. So on this Earth Day, I also would like to extend our sincere gratitude to every water professional across the globe who tirelessly works in treating and protecting and conserving this precious resource. Let us all work towards a common goal that no girl child is denied a school education because of lack of hygiene and sanitation facilities. No mother has to walk miles to fetch water to raise a family, and no child is lost due to severe waterborne disease. Water is a global resource. It has no boundaries. It is our water, it's your water. I like to call it one water. Water should not become the weakest link in the resiliency chain. Therefore, let us all treat it as one. Let's preserve it and protect it. Join us in this movement to help everyone innovate and make our communities resilient by thinking globally but acting at a local scale, because when communities are strengthened, our economies will thrive. The steps we take as a global community today will not only just help us, but it will help our families, our children, to be prepared for a future full of safe and clean water. So stay tuned to our work. Visit us on our website at apas.ai, which is apas.ai. Thank you.